All right, 23 past the hour. Lots to do. Live from Studio 6B, Vince Gebbia is coming up from Big Cat Bikes. I'm so excited about this. I don't have to pedal in. Do I have to pedal?
Listen, if the thing is, if you want to pedal, you can pedal. If you don't want to pedal,
you don't have to pedal. That's why he's here. We're going to find out about this. I'm just giving you a
little teaser there.
No, I know, not you. I'm saying me. I keep asking myself questions. I'll just ask him, Damon.
Are you pro-pedal or anti-pedal?
I'm totally anti-pedal.
You're an anti-pedalite?
You couldn't guess?
You're an anti-pedalite.
And we got lots more to talk about. We'll do it all when we get back right after this, live from Studio 6B.
She don't walk the floor, oh, but she worries about me.
$33 past the hour. Live from Studio 6B. You know, you should be more pretentious in the breaks about what you look like on camera. He's yelling orders to people. Yeah. Oh, geez, give me my shot. Let me look at me because I don't remember me looking like this on the screen.
Well, first off, I woke up this morning. My hairpiece was crooked. Renee had to come in here, is helping us straighten that out.
It still looks crooked.
And it still looks crooked, Renee. Thanks. So I did that done. Then I got a new light on me.
I mean, it just never ends.
I'm lit up like Shea Stadium over here. I mean, I don't get that. Yeah.
Holy cow! Here goes Harry talking like people can hear him. He can't hear you when you talk off the air like that.
Hang on, let me talk like Harry.
God, he never gets it right. You hear this voice in the distance and no one can hear you.
Harry, if duct tape
Excuse me, it's called the Diva Light.
Oh, so now, Leah, please talk where we can hear you at least.
But I could be, just to answer your question, I could be a lot more pretentious. This is just the beginning. I'm only peeling back one page right now.
30 love.
There's a lot more. He thinks tennis is like, not a man's
people
sport.
are wondering who you're talking to. Let me welcome him to the show. Vince Gebbia.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
From Big Cat Bikes is here.
Holla.
Big Cat.
And I was going to ask Vince when he came in to make sure my bike was what I wanted, and I was going to be pretty forceful about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw him walk in, walk in the studio, and I said, you know what? I think I'll just take it the way it comes.
You don't want to mess with Vince.
Before he snaps me into two pieces and says, take the bike, fatso, the way it is.
You work out? Are you like a weightlifter? You pumping iron?
I hit the weights a little bit.
Yeah?
I work out at Gold's.
Pump you up?
Yeah, my trainer gets me going, a little boxing, and
so we're fellow boxers.
Hit the bike, not as much as you.
Oh.
I mean,
if
I box you,
look at me. I mean,
you might fall apart. But I mean,
oh my God, one shot, you're done.
Glass jaw. You ever see the old Mike Tyson? You be the glass jaw.
I just watched highlight of all of Mike Tyson's knockouts.
But I love you, so you know that I would never do that.
I'm very fast, but if you make contact, I may break. But I'm very fast. Yeah, I can't do that. But you do
Damon,
look like you
on the other hand, I don't want to mess with this guy. He's a big boy.
Please,
Damon. He's a big guy, but he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart.
Damon needs one of your bikes that's not electric. Let's just put it that way.
Vincent was telling me you're a big bear, so I don't know what that means, but it's
a big bear.
So tell us a little bit about you and how you got into this, and tell us a little bit about Big Cat Bikes.
Sure. Big Cat Bikes is a product that back in 2001, I used to go to China, and I would see these electric bikes, but they were antiquated, ugly. There was no style to them. So back in 2012, my mother, who was an avid biker for many, many years, she wasn't able to ride bikes for the last 30 years, put on weight, arthritis, and I wanted to get her back to being mobile again. And I started to work on developing this electric bike with my contacts in China. And sure enough, we brought in a prototype, gave it to my mom. She used it all summer. Lost 35 pounds.
Wow.
Friends loved it. And we continued. That was the germ of it. That was the start of it. And then I was just sort of tinkering with it. And I was figuring out which business I was going to really start. And then City Bike rolled out a $50 million bike share program.
Yeah.
And I just said, you know what? Biking is just North America is a way to go for people and college kids and older demographics. It's a way for people to get out there and have freedom, have fun, flexibility, lose weight, and have some,
Well,
good
people
time
don't
doing
realize, Vincent, I remember when I first met you going down to your place, and I went for a ride on the bikes, which was, I mean, they move.
Yeah.
This is, this is a real deal.
20
They're like
miles
having
an
real
hour.
power.
Oh, no doubt.
But you can go pedal.
Yep.
And the equipment doesn't make the bike heavier. It's the same weight of just any bike you'd have. So you can go pedal, you can get your workout. You can
It's
do
still
your
a
thing.
bike.
Yeah, it's still a bike.
still a
That's what I
bicycle.
loved about it, because it's the best of both worlds. If you get a little winded, like you may get a little winded, Damon, when you're going out. You go for a long ride, you can turn the electric on.
I went to the gym and they said, we're going to do a little, see how you work, see kind of where you're at. And I told them I got a little winded filling out the application, so I don't think we're not going to be spending any time.
You had
on
to
it.
switch hands.
Well, I should probably
treadmill.
ride my bikes a little bit more than I do. But what happened was there was a hill by my mom's house. It was probably about a 12% incline, and she would literally get on the bike, on her old bike, and she couldn't get up the hill. She'd fall over. Now that's a rider.
Yeah.
So then now that we have the electric, she just hits a little throttle or a little pedal assist right up the hill. It's like if you could just imagine somebody sort of behind you on a regular bike giving you a push. And that's exactly, what the electric bikes are. And now I've created a brand. We sell them worldwide. We just sold them to Switzerland, and we have a dealer in Cabo St. Lucas, and we're growing, and we're, really, really excited about our future.
So a lot of it must be how much of what you have to do is public, making public, teaching the public kind of what you're starting to tell us here. Like how much of what you have to do. Yes, selling the bikes is the end all goal, but
Right.
before you can get to that, you've got to make this story known. You've got to
True.
let them know. I mean,
True.
I had never until I knew you were coming on and heard
Yeah.
you're a Big Cat. I hadn't really looked at an electric bike or heard of one.
Well, I mean, electric cigarettes, email, electric mail, it's just electric cars. Really, Tesla really started to.
I was thinking that when you were saying about the little assist pedal. I mean, it's kind of like the electric cars. You can get it, your electric, and then you got the gas as the backup, and it's kind of has similarities.
What happened was Lee Iacocca, who was from Chrysler back in the day, he originally started in '86 about electric bikes, but the technology wasn't there yet. The lithium-ion batteries, they were lead acid. Today, the batteries are so much better. You can go so much further. When I first started the company 3 years ago, I would get 10 miles. Today, we get over 50 miles. So it continues to improve. It continues to get better. And it's, Murphy's Law, I guess. It just continues to compact and get better and double. So the technology now is really ripe. And I think Americans are really ripe to, alternate transportation. After Hurricane Sandy, there was gas rationing. I don't know if people even understand that, but if you had a even, number on your plate, you get gas. So then, that was a big thing. I think people now are more open to it. So for us, it's exciting to be in this field at this time.
So take a customer through order process. How much customization is there? What's the wait time? Take us through like a typical.
Sure. Well, we sell them, throughout North America and Canada. They go to BigCatBikes.com. There is some customization. We ship anywhere from 24 hours, depending on our stock and inventory, up until maybe 3-4 weeks. But everything is very simple, right on the website. Color, you could pick 2 different battery sizes. It's as idiot-proof as you could possibly get,
I got one. I mean, if I can go through it.
Well, then
And we have the biggest idiot.
I have
No disrespect
dyslexic.
to you, man.
everybody can get one.
Anybody could do it.
But I think what you said was really paramount, is that in America, there was 200,000 bikes sold last year. In China, electric bikes, there was 20 million electric bikes sold.
Makes total sense.
So the alternate transportation today is we're just kind of getting ready for hypergrowth.
Right. You know what I like about one of the ways you're selling the bikes is, and it's a great way for just a person who loves biking and outdoors to be in their own business, is these little dealerships that you're setting up.
Yes.
Which are these kind of small little retail outlets, not these huge things, a little
Correct.
small box with the bikes. And if you want to have your own business and you live in Southern California, you live in Florida, you live anywhere really, you can set up shop and they become a dealer of yours.
Yes.
It's a little different than being a car dealer, right?
Yeah.
And you're setting them up all over the country, right?
Absolutely.
It's a great move.
We have now 4 Big Cat branded dealerships in South Florida. We also have 3 in California, in Texas. So we're rolling out what we call a business in a box, where people could do rentals. Maybe they're by a beach. They do little pop-up, very small overhead, and we roll that out. It's a Big Cat branded product, and we're really, hopefully, we'll be more successful with that.
We should talk to Vince about his background, because we're in this election cycle now, and there's a lot of, obviously, major differences between the two parties. But you've been an entrepreneur all your life. You've been creating jobs for real.
Yeah.
Not the nonsense we hear from our politicians, particularly the politicians have been in the last 8
right.
years. You actually have created jobs. You've been an entrepreneur, and I think everything you've done, you've started your own business.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Up until, I would say, about 24 years old, when I started, I built a laundromat, had people, sold it, got into real estate, got into electric scooters, got into
video games or something? No, you had some gaming thing.
Massage chairs, vending massage chairs, got into...
I need one of those right now.
Yeah. You need an extra long cycle for yours.
Yeah.
And Knockout Vending, which was a boxing machine. You put a dollar bill in. We sold them all over the country. So it's my passion. That's what I love. I love to create. I love to build.
That's what this country's all about, man. People like you, attitude.
So let me ask you about getting back to your business. Do you have intellectual property around what you do, and how do you prevent? I'm not an expert on the market nearly obviously as you are. How do you prevent guys who maybe, let's say, the Schwinns in the world who are dominate the market on the regular bike side? How do you prevent them from just jumping into this and saying, We'll jump in. We've got 50% market share in the bike world, anyways, or whatever it is. Well, what's that story like?
Damon, that's a great question, and you know what? It is something that I cannot control them to get into the business. They look at this industry right now as so small; it's not even worth it for them. They sell, 40 million bicycles. They look at it as that thing is cute, and maybe one day, but now, over the next few years, you'll start to see the bigger brands, but they're rolling out a $5,000 bike, a $10,000 bike. My bikes are all sub $1,800. We're premium electric bikes at a great, great price. So to compete with them, hey, look, maybe one day I'll get acquired by, the Schwinns of the world. You never know. So there is no intellectual property. We are trademarked, but there is no patent on it. So it's not something that we can really control.
I'm not even concerned about that, though. Damon, when you look at electric cars, okay? So the big brands that come out with electric cars, Tesla owns it, though. If you think of electric cars, the first thing you think of is Tesla. Whoever heard of Tesla? Some guy decided to make an electric car, and he made his niche in, I'm an expert in electric cars. These guys make other cars, and they're trying to throw batteries in them.
Yeah.
You're an expert in electric bikes. Schwinn's going to come out with a bike with electric on it, but you're the expert in electric bike, and that's been proven as an acceptable model now with the automotive industry.
Correct. And
there's Fisker. That's an alternative.
They don't even have the Fiskers anymore. The Fiskers are gone.
Fisker had trouble financially. Tesla rose to the top, but Tesla's one of the hottest car companies on the planet right now. So I think, even though there's a dominance there, and you had sent me an article from Bloomberg. Yes. What did that say? That talked about the growth of this industry, I think,
Absolutely.
Right?
That talked about how there was 200,000 units being sold in America, and within 5 years, they anticipate North America to be the second largest electric bike market behind Asia. So wow. That's why
I could see China. Everyone rides their bikes around there. If you've been to China, the mode of transportation is on bikes with like little storage things on the back of them, right? And it's a great product for there. But Florida, retirement communities, young communities, we can have a great market here.
Yeah, it's just like building brand awareness, and so for us, we feel we're poised in the market to continue to excel. Our sales are 120% over where they were last year, so we're really blessed with what we're doing. And I design every bicycle, so my hands are in it, and I try to make them a cool factor. Not that I would really know that much about what coolness is, but it's you kind of follow some of the sneaker trend, and that's a
cool.
great way, to do it. And
So we got a couple minutes left. So talk to us about the next 6 to 12 months, and talk to us about your, what we're going to see out there as far as your marketing and getting the word to the people and some of this brand awareness that we're talking about. What do this next 6 to 12 months look like?
Well, we've partnered up with Bonko TV to create an infomercial, a nationwide infomercial, which we're going to be rolling out in about 3 months. We have a very, very large trade show in Las Vegas coming up in September. Which is where all of the largest bike distributors come. We have some meetings already set up with Walmart, so we're going to go into the big box retailers. And we're going to be rolling out the franchise model nationwide, really calling it Join the Pride. And so that's something we're really super excited, about. And some other products, too. We're working on an electric trike. An electric pedicab.
Yeah, that was one of my other questions. Is there any brand extensions off of this that you see that actually work, that you see coming down the pipe?
100%. And I didn't realize when I first started how many motorsports dealerships are also now really have open arms to the electric bike product. It's not necessarily the mom and pop traditional bike store. They seem to be a little closed off to it. I'm not sure why, but there's so many other avenues that we continue, to push for.
That's good stuff. I'm a big fan of the bikes, and if anything that you can get exercise and then help you through a little. My parents are in their 80s, and they work out every day. They go to the gym, and like your mom, I get a little nervous them riding a bike. So having a little electric power just to enhance it a little bit is a great feature. And even if you're a young person, there's, fat bikes are the hot thing right now.
Yes.
People ride them on the beach.
Yes.
But once in a while, you need a little boost,
But that's what we have, the fat tire bikes. And, people love them.
So basically, just to wrap up here.
Sure.
So if I get this bike.
Yes. On the cuff.
And I get ordered by, let's say, I don't know, my wife, to go get some exercise and take my son for a bike ride.
Notice he said ordered. This
Yeah.
is the relationship that's going on
You're
there.
telling me, if she doesn't know, I could go out there and go in a good 6 to 10 miles and really not have to do too much work.
You could go.
And I could come home, just a little water on the face, and then kind of sell it
That's the beautiful part. You could either do that if you choose to, or if you choose to actually work out, you could pedal and have assistance.
Did you notice the way he looked at me when he said that? What are you saying, Vince?
Trying to say that, today we're all trying to get healthier, and this is a great, great way to do it. And if your wife wants to order you to get out there, then we'll make sure that we bring a bike over and
what else?
I'll tell her I'll do what I. Well,
and there's a 350-pound weight limit too.
No, she's not listening.
What else is she ordering you to do?
I'll tell her what I'm going to do.
Give me an idea of what she orders you to do, and historically, this is.
All right, we gotta go.
I'm intrigued by this now.
Yeah,
it's not paint
all right.
the
So where
house
can
or
people
anything?
find you? BigCatBikes.com.
Correct.
BigCatBikes.com. You got a phone number if they want to call and order.
We do 631-285-2298. But BigCatBikes.com. We ship all over the world.
All right, Vince Gebbia here on live from Studio 6B. Thanks for coming in. I'd love to have you back.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.